Okay, let's get back at it. Should I wait for people this time? Last time that didn't work. I sat here for 20 minutes while nobody showed up until I just started streaming a game. Then people showed up. So maybe I should just start playing. I don't know how they do it. They just like, they know when I'm bullshitting them. They just like, nope, I'm not going to be aware of this until he actually starts a game. Okay, I guess I'll just start the next chapter, and I know there were a lot of people who missed out on the early stuff, but I was thinking about replaying it, but then they just missed it again, so I guess I'll just continue. Resume game, progress 0. Back to the cutscene. Or no, that's not much. That's not a cutscene. Okay. Hey, it's Kita! Hey, I don't think you were here yesterday. Well, I mean, I say I don't think, because I know you didn't say anything at least. But sometimes you just don't say anything. Investigate behind the pub. Go to the pub. What was the last thing I did? It's been a while for me too.
You
except for
said
yesterday.
you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I, and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and what?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
Okay. So, okay, I'm 19% done. Okay, so that was the last thing that I found out, was this affair thing between her and Ryan, who's the head of Atlas. So she had the argument with Kate, who is now dead. And that's who the death we're investigating that happened last week. Okay. I guess people want this again, so. So that made it hit 7 o'clock. I think the thing they last said was that it was time to meet. No. Oh. I didn't see this way of organizing. I've just, my eyes have been zoomed in over here. I didn't realize I had this option too. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, I don't know if this is relevant yet. See, this is the end of the street, and there's been nothing here. Didn't they say like it was like too dark back here, so I didn't know if I needed like a flashlight or something. Just my cell phone, right? With the flashlight on. Sometimes just wandering around, you end up just finding a new thing. This was supposed to open at 8, so no, not that yet. Can always continue those conversations. Oh.
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam... something? Or so.
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station, find out a bit more about this Liam.
Okay. All of a sudden I'm back in town.
Hello, DCI
Hey, Lauren.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Ah, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can't be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Edenton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. It says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. I mean, you've got your work cut out, Jenksy.
Yeah, don't I know it?
Right, well, good luck with that and see you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
So now I'm back in town. They put me all the way back to this spot, or here, or one of these. Post office, what? Phone box. Okay, so I got a thing in my inventory. That's gonna be fun to ask people. I guess since I'm on this part of town, I'll go to... Oh, wait, no. Abbey Farm. Ask everybody about this. By the way, with all these new people showing up, I wouldn't mind kind of sort of recapping this whole thing so you can better understand it. I don't know if I should... I guess I can just replay all the scenes. Watch intro, case background. Also, I played this a couple hours last night. It's always one of those things where if I were to just like, dare I say it, just like start over and quickly get to where I am now, I don't know if it would actually take that long, right, when you know what you're doing, but maybe it would, because you have to fill out all this dialogue stuff again, so maybe that's not worth it. So, one thing I can do... I don't know, everybody always shows up at different times. I'll just continue this for now. If more people show up, I might do a thing where we recap from the beginning.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I didn't think that was the right guy to ask for this. See if there's anyone over here now. No. Okay.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone. Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I I didn't know him very well.
Black Stone, Black Mirror, totally connected. Who knows?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
So the idea, anyone just joining us, it's called Contradictions. So when you go through all these interrogations, eventually one of the characters will contradict themselves in some way, and all those lists of answers they gave, and you're supposed to point it out, and you're like, oh, you said this, and you said this. Explain yourself. It can get really tricky when you have this whole dictionary of things that each person says.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know him really well.
What? There's supposed to be the button here to switch to the other person. See, like here, all these things, these are earlier things that she said that we've found contradictions with now. So. Kate wanted to blackmail Ryan over his affair. I thought that one was still true. I don't know.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Now I go out the door, and back in the door.
There you go. Come on. Thank you.
Oh.
Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I have no idea you're a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Not here.
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner on his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Well, it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
So they used to live together. Okay. I think James claimed that it was like a month since they last saw each other, which is, I mean, that's still consistent.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his wife.
Oh, that Liam! Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
How long has he been in the Atlas cult?
I noticed a lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers, except for James over at Farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
No, not really.
Okay, so now this option's open. They closed it.
Okay, that's it
So
for
I
now.
could see that
Thank you.
cutscene when I first walked in, because that was not a thing. I mean, that was a new thing just now. Okay. So that wasn't a bug based on the fact I saved and quit. It was actually taken off temporarily. Okay, so this is where I found the drunk guy just now. But we're not doing this anymore. So let's go in here. And there's the jetty, which there's probably not going to be anything here. Yeah. That's where I found the pendant a long time ago. And there's this clearing. Aha.
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're going to give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
No.
Pathetic.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
I'm gonna go into this cult meeting here.
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, all right?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Alright, so I haven't asked him anything yet. So this is...
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course?
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
Okay, so everything he says, you know, these kinds of little bits of information are actually consistent with everything we've heard in the past, so... All good thus far.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
I've asked everybody about that and gotten the same response as expected, except I actually did not expect the response at the pub, because you would think they would check the ID at the pub. But, yeah. Interesting.
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
Okay, because according to Simon, he only uses the bike because there's no other way to get around. But he's not, yeah, he's not sure about that one. It just kind of like puts something in your mind. Maybe Simon's up to something. Nope.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
We don't actually know yet how it got broken. All we have is we know that Kate, the dead girl, and Emma, that one girl we interview, had an argument at the back of the pub right before then. According to Emma, basically at the end of that argument, Kate just walked over there and just smashed a window because she's an angry person. Now that's consistent with what she said before when she said that Kate is just an angry person. But that is still kind of a strange non-answer. Just be like, we have a fight here, and all of a sudden I just go over there and smash a window. Okay. It's, Emma may have hurled a brick at Kate's head and Kate ducked. If that happened, well, that's not how the story that they're going to relay, is it? So...
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. We had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess. The mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Ooh. That's a typo right there. That's bad.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks?
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Confessed to petty theft. Wait, that's not even... That's not. He didn't even take a note on that. The fact he stole a book.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
Okay, so I just asked about everything to this guy now. My cat just jumped like something scared him. Even though his head is still down. He spooked me doing that. Usually he was